Gianni's got the stories from the coast to countryside. Jeannie's got the questions sharp as Sinatra's sway. Every Wednesday night we take you all the way. From the back streets of Tinseltown to the Trattoria's glow. Old Hollywood meets Mafia tales, and you're about to know it's the Hollywood Godfather, where the big band plays and the stories don't stop. With Gianni and Jeannie everywhere, they're taking you to the top. Keep it smooth and keep it classy. Feel that swing non-stop on the Hollywood Godfather. The beat just won't stop.
Welcome, everybody. It's time for another Hollywood Godfather podcast. And we're getting up there. We're like 6.5 years in. I can't believe it. And we're getting some big recognition, which we hope we'll be celebrating and sharing with you. We'll be expanding our reach, and we'll be telling you that as it's happening, fortunately. And also that, we got some exciting things. And tonight is Jeannie and I's favorite show, the Mailbag. And talking about Jeannie, let's introduce him. Jeannie Raymond, my co-host, my darling. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm always good on our podcast nights. I love to get to talk to you, and I love these because I love it where this is how, for people who might be new, this is how Gianni and I met, is because I asked a question on the podcast.
That's
I
right.
asked a lot of questions, and which makes it great because things I love it because I've always got questions when Gianni starts telling a story. I used to just be in the shower in the mornings listening, and I kept thinking of all these questions I wanted to ask Gianni after I listened to these podcasts, and it brings so many things to mind, and so that made it so I ended up here and I can ask him right now. So we
That's
appreciate.
how it happened.
Yeah, that's
exactly how it happened.
That's right. And we love it when you guys ask questions, because it not only do you get the answers of something that might come up or you might have thought about, it also sparks the memories in Gianni that just are incredible, but and even at times will give us an idea for a different episode. So please keep them coming. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, they give us the pulse of what's out there, what people want to hear and talk about. And we have our loyal friends. How are those kids doing? They doing good?
Jose, we see him on Instagram all the time. Jose Gamma, we are so happy to see you and
Always.
doing well. Yep, and he posted a picture that I shared on our page as well. And if you guys aren't friends with us and following us, please, we're on Instagram. We have Hollywood Godfather Podcast. We have Real Gianni Russo. Please go on there. You can put questions on there, make comments, check out all the stuff we're doing. We've got so many episodes. Go back and take a look at those. We've got some really great shows that we've had. A lot of fun.
6.5 years. I can't believe it.
I
This is
know.
our 360th show.
Oh my gosh.
360 hours up. Divide that by 52. That's how many years we have up.
That's wild.
It's amazing to me. Amazing. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Another thing that started all of this is your first book, The Hollywood Godfather, which is fantastic. I've read it. I've given it to so many friends. I've listened to it on Audible, which I recommend to everybody. I love having the book because it's a beautiful cover and it's got some pictures in there that make it great. But listening to Gianni tell the story on Audible is fantastic. You can't beat that right from the horse's mouth. So two great things.
I was going to bring up the new book also, which I might as well do it right now. Order Mafia Secrets and that old book, because I'll be at Chill Out. Chill Out is on April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Hanover Marriott, the Hanover Marriott in Winnepeau, New Jersey. those 3 days, bring the book. I'll sign and bring any Godfather memorabilia. Look for me and join us at that show. It'd be
Oh,
fun.
that's right. Those shows are great, and I've been to them. I got to come to a couple with Gianni. It's so great to see the people that have kept memorabilia for years and
Oh
years
my God, yeah.
and get it signed, and it's fantastic. I mean, I've taken picture after picture for people. Get your picture taken, get your autograph. It's such a fun way to get to come and meet Gianni in person. So I highly recommend it.
It's funny to me when some people come up to me with the original invitation to The Godfather, which is now, it's like 50 something
50
years
something,
old.
yeah.
And they have it. It's
Oh,
a pristine. I don't
oh
know where
yeah.
they're buying them, but they're getting them.
Well, it's incredible. And the one guy, he had a poster and he had gotten everybody on the poster's autograph, and you were the
Yeah,
last
he's had the
one.
cast on it, the whole cast.
Real.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's really great. So if you're in the area, and tell me again where that is. Chiller?
It's going to be on. It's on April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's at the Hanover Marriott
Hanover.
in
Okay.
Winnipeg, New Jersey. Just go online and see it, man. It's big. Chill out. I mean, I don't know how many stars are coming this year. Amazing. I mean, I saw Brooke Shields. She's coming. I mean, major people who've never been. It's going to be a
Oh,
great show. So
I'll tell
I'm
you,
looking forward
those
to it.
are fantastic. Not only we get to see Gianni, I mean, the place is packed, wall to wall celebrities,
Yeah.
and people are there. It's a great time. Everybody's so nice to each other. It is a really fun thing
And
to
in
do.
the tri-state area, it's easy for people to get to. It's right
Right.
here in New Jersey, so it'd be
Well,
great.
that's awesome. Well,
Well,
that is
let's get into the mailbag.
absolutely. We've had a bunch of people asking about a bunch of different things, and we have some great uh, fans that are watch every week. They send questions in. They have they post on every single episode, and we sure appreciate you. One is Gopher State. It says, "Hi Gianni, I have a couple of questions. Have you
Good.
ever been to Minnesota? That is where I am from, Gopher State. I know you have a lot of fans here as well. Do you ever go to Minnesota?
No,
No?
I have friends there because they're all listening to the show.
Yeah.
I very rarely travel a lot in the United States. I'm in the normal places, West Coast and Florida, but Midwest, Chicago, I was going a lot too, but then all my friends passed on. The good news, I'm outliving most of my friends, so I'm in my 80s now and loving it.
And looking great. I'm just looking at your face. I'm like, that is so lucky to be healthy. And I mean, I talked to you yesterday. What did you tell me? You're walking 2 or 3 miles.
I
It's
walk two
awesome.
miles now every day, no matter what. And I might as well give Bloomingdale's a big plug because now that the weather has changed, Bloomingdale's is a block away from my house. I go in there and I walk 2 miles, the 6 stories up and 6 stories down inside in temper control. And plus the streets are very wild now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And they're not going to be getting any better, I don't think, in the next year or two. But with that said, I feel a lot more secure.
sure.
I can put on my jewelry and walk around.
Hey, if anybody mugged you for that jewelry, I'd be good and pissed off. I'd come help you fight him off.
Yeah.
All right. It
Well,
said, have you
anybody attacking me now is insane because I
you
have, no, I mean, I have everything on me now. I got pepper spray, zappers. They said I can carry them. I got them.
good.
I'm waiting for people to attack me because I'll take them out. And a lot of people get attacked by them and then they're going to get the beating. Not
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah. It's incredible that you can't just walk around. It is a
No, it's a
sad,
bad time. And
yeah.
I've been around, like I'm saying, over 80 years. I've never seen the hatred. I mean, let's let you know. I don't even want to talk negative things. I don't
Right.
like.
Right.
Let's talk
Well,
about the mailbag and everything happy.
absolutely.
Everybody's seeing what we're talking about on the news. It doesn't
Right.
stop. So
Right. All right. He said the rumor was that many of the mobsters in the 1920s from Chicago would have vacation cabins in Minnesota. Was that some of your friends there in Minnesota that you
I
got?
knew nothing about them.
All right.
Vacation cabins in Minnesota. I'm not going and I don't care. So who cares? Moving on.
All right. We have another question. Says, what is the ethical difference between old mobsters and the new mobsters, I guess?
My definition?
Yeah.
My definition, these new kids don't have respect. I'm going to share something with it. Well, that's a good question because just recently, I get a phone call 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the guy says, Johnny, I said, yeah. I said, who's this? He said, well, I better tell you that in person. And
Oh,
he's talking like a mob guy. I said, really? I said, why is that? He's, well, I'm the new guy around here, and I think you should get to meet me. I said, you know what you should do? Why don't you hang up and come over here right now so I could put a bullet in your head and end this bull right now. I can't believe these kids are trying to shake me down. They should read my book and figure out what are they, nuts? I'll throw you down the stairs
that's insane.
after I shoot you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Take a step inside this door. That's crazy. Yeah.
Well,
And
to answer that question in the right way, there's no more respect. None. And that's unfortunately in every walk of life.
right.
So with that said, these new kids are coming around, and it's not just Italians anymore. They're Albanians. They're from every walk of life. You name them, there's a gang. And,
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But let's talk about pleasant things.
That's right. Okay, let's see. All right, this guy, Ralph. Ralph is always commenting. Really says he loves the show as always. He really liked the episode with Boom Boom Mancini. He said, I have a lot of respect for Boom Boom and Gianni. They care about the less fortunate and they prove it. Now, did you recently do a benefit with Boom Boom?
I did one, and in fact, I did two recently. And Boom Boom and his family and him, I have a lot of respect for him. I knew he used to come to my restaurant, State Street, when he was the champion.
Oh, wow.
That's how I met him. He came in, and the world knew him. Everybody at that time when he came in, he was like a war hero coming home in our restaurant. But talk about State Street. It was 10,000 square feet. It wasn't like a red and white checkered tablecloth place. It was very elegant.
Very, very intimate place. Yeah, no, I remembered you telling me, and I was thinking about this the other day. Didn't you say they could, they could eat on one side, and then if you go by the restrooms, you could go over on the other side and gamble? Was that right?
Yeah, what I did that deliberately. It's 10,000 square feet. So, and rather than build two more bathrooms, I built the casino on the other side. So, and I liked it because men would say, I have to go to the bathroom. And they go in and go through the other side, lay a bet. Their wife don't know it, and they come back. and the women were doing the same thing. I used to laugh because
Thought they were pulling one off on each other, and actually they
no,
were all doing the
it's
same
funny.
thing.
That was a great place.
Oh, yeah.
That was all the 80s for me, from 80 to 89, State Street. Amazing.
That's right. It's fun to see every once in a while someone will make a post saying, I used to go there. I used to go to State Street. It was the place to go. Another guy said, I always park cars there, and it was the place.
Oh yeah, but my valets, these kids all moved on. They're very successful too.
Right.
I mean, Gino Lapinto, who started with me early on, and from valet parking, then he was a DJ, then he was a bartender, and now he owns 11. He owns the nightclub in Miami called 11. It's open
really?
24 hours a day. It's his. I mean, he's got partners, but they own apartment houses and everything. They really did well. But that nightclub was open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, called
Wow.
11
In Miami?
in Miami Beach. Right now, it's going on.
That's wild. Well, you've had a lot of people come through your place that ended up being famous. Who was it your doorman or your
Yeah,
bodyguard?
Steve Sharippa.
Steve
Steve
Sharippa.
Sharippa was on the door in a tuxedo when he was going to University of Nevada. And we all know him. He went on to do The Sopranos, and then he went on to do Blue Bloods.
Oh yeah.
He had a great career and still does. Now he's writing children's books.
Oh, is he really? And
Yeah, he
not
just
only
launched
that,
it last week, and great shout out to him. And
right,
he's getting very known now because of Willie Boy. He has
right.
a dachshund, and he goes everywhere. He opens a Yankee Stadium with him. I mean, he's such a nice man. And
That's so
he gave me the forward on my last book.
right.
Yeah.
Right. What a nice guy. He's sure
Oh my
fun. And
God, yeah.
boy, him and that dog have a huge following.
Oh my
Willie
God.
Boy is a big hit, a great big hit. That's so fun. Another one, it says, Hi, Gianni and Jeannie. I noticed the photo at the beginning of the shows. The opening has a picture of a young man selling pens. Is that just like an image, or is that actually of you?
That was me, and I mean that photograph. I always say my life has been full of obstacles and opportunities, more opportunities. I just came uptown. I was selling ballpoint pens downtown in the business district. I exaggerate. I mean, exhausted that area. So I remember when I first got the window bed when I had in the polio ward. I was there for 5 years. I finally got the window bed the last 3 years, and I used to see the Empire State Building all the time. That's the first time I ever saw a building that tall, because everything downtown where I come from was only 6 stories. So one day I was saying to myself, I'm going to go uptown. I took the train and I got off at 59th Street and Fifth Avenue. Right across from the Central Park was the Sherry Netherlands Hotel. And I walked across the street and I stood there, and the Daily News took a picture of me selling ballpoint pens because they just came out.
Oh, you're kidding.
And now all these people, that's that picture. How would I have it? I couldn't take a picture of myself.
That's
That's a
wild.
picture of me. And why I love looking at it even today. It's in my show, actually. If you see my nightclub show, it's incorporated in it. But I'm holding the cigar box with my gimp hand against my hip, and I have the pen so it's more mobile in my right hand to sell it. And the Daily News took that picture, and when I was doing research with Mike Austin, my guy,
Yes.
we found that, and it's such memories, such memories. But even
That
that, then people were coming up looking for me and giving me $5 for a pen. Because they knew the story because it was in the newspaper.
wow. And what that was the Sherry Netherlands Hotel?
Sherry Netherlands Hotel, it's still there. I
Oh,
walked past it. Oh yeah. Some of the old doormen now are retiring, but no, I mean that's why this neighborhood where I live to me is like really my neighborhood. I'm
sure.
here 71 years. Imagine
That
I live in a 5 block radius for 71 years.
yeah. That's funny you say that because I was driving down. I work in Ogden, Utah, which they did say Al Capone came through our town at one point, but uh 25th Street is historic and a lot of crazy stuff went on down there. But as I was driving home today, there's all these old buildings that have been there. And I was trying to remember, I think it said 1889. These are stained glass windows, and that's what they say on the windows. And these aren't new windows, these are old windows, old buildings, and it's
Right.
incredible. The other one said, like A.J. Evans photography, 1930. And
Wow,
those
God bless. Yeah.
old buildings are incredible. So fun to see. All
That's
right.
so
Well,
funny you're saying 1930. Still here when I'm downtown, I go to Ferrara's coffee shop, and next door it is Ernie's that sell all the religious stuff. They were open in 1818,
oh my gosh. And still
and they're
there.
still open.
Oh, I love that.
Ferrara's coffee shop, my memory serves me right, was 1881. They opened. They're still there.
That's amazing.
No, it's
That is
crazy.
truly amazing. All right. Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and get to some more of these questions.
Please. And the break is going to be about, again, chill out. I can't say enough about it. It's a major, major convention. It's April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's at the Hanover Marriott in Winnipeg, New Jersey. Just call for the information. It's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The stars that are going to be there this year are insane. And I'll be there. I'll be there for the whole 3 days. And come by, and like I said, buy any book, buy the new book, the old book, buy both books, buy anything, and bring Godfather memorabilia, and I'll sign them for you. So that's what's
That's,
happening there. I mean, that's huge right now for me,
yeah.
and for all of you to come, especially in the tri-state area. It's right in
Yeah. If you're
New
right
Jersey.
there. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and people of all ages are there. We've
Oh
got
my
little
God. Yeah.
kids,
Anybody comes.
got
Yeah.
every age.
Most of the kids are with their parents, but because it's the parents that are coming,
Sure.
I
But
mean, but in this show, there are a lot of young people coming for
oh,
young stars, so you'll see all kinds. So
that's
anyway,
awesome. Well,
that's what's
certainly.
happening as far as entertainment and advertising.
That's right. Well, just so you know, if you do want to buy a book for Gianni to sign, you can get those on Amazon right now. So get those,
Oh yeah,
get
they're on sale on Amazon, right? I forgot to
right.
say that.
There should be
Go on
Amazon.
Amazon, buy the book that's on sale now, both of them, and bring the books. Or buy if you have to buy gifts, they make great gifts. I'll
Oh
sign
yeah.
it to whoever you want, happy birthday, whatever it is, and do it,
Well, I have to tell you, I got a book, one of your first book, Hollywood Godfather. You autographed it for me, and I gave it to one of my dear friends along with a bottle of vodka. She just had her 80th
Well,
birthday.
that's a great gift.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny because the friends at the 80th birthday, they had come over to her house, I guess, the next day, and she showed them that vodka bottle in the book, but showed them the bottle that lights up, and she was thrilled. So such a
Yeah.
great book. So yeah, you got plenty of time if you get on Amazon right now, get those books and bring them with
Oh
you.
my God, you'll have it in 2 days.
Yeah,
I
that'd
love
be a
Amazon.
great thing to bring with you because it's obviously going to be a good read. All right. So this is, I don't know what his name is, Philly Chiena. I don't know. I'm sorry, whoever you are, but it's hard
What's his
enough
name?
for,
Spell it. Spell it.
well, it's Philly Prabchenia. So it's just his email or his
Okay.
handle. He said, great show. He really liked Mike's books and congratulated Mike on his wedding anniversary. But he wanted to know, are you guys going to be writing any other books after Mafia Secrets?
Well, yeah, we're scheduled to do another one. I don't want to do it so fast because, we talked about Hollywood Godfather. That's 6 years ago already. We sold over 100,000 copies. I don't want to knock a book out a month, a year.
Right.
Let it go. Let's see where
Let
it's
this one
going.
marinate.
And
Yeah.
I'm very happy now that George Gallo, who's one of the greatest producers in our business, started with Midnight Run and so many other great movies. He's now going to do a screenplay based on Mafia Secrets because of what James Patterson wrote about the last days of Marilyn. His book came out a month after Mafia Secrets and certified everything I said about Marilyn 63 years ago, of who killed her and all of that. So buy the books and you'll find out. And now it's going to be a feature film.
That's so exciting. So fun. So, all right, let's get to this other one. This is Leslie Marie, and she said, I love hearing about Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Do you have any more stories about the two of them that you could share with us?
Oh my God. I mean, now you can imagine people, he used to call me all the time, which I'm Frank Sinatra calling, who's not getting on the phone. And he said, Pally, take a ride with me. I said, okay. He's meeting me at the airport. And I meet him at the airport, and we're going to Spain to find Ava Gardner because she's doing a thing about the Tory or the bullfighters. And he heard that she was falling in love with one of them. I mean, so crazy.
So you would fly there. Just
So we went together. But I'll give you one of funny, this is a funny story. So we were in Florida at the time. So he goes to Barlow's Jewelers on Arthur Garfield Drive, and he buys her a beautiful, they had these gold cuffs that was in style, that a gold cuff out of solid gold.
oh wow.
He buys it. We fly down, find out where she is. You know, everybody knows where they're filming down there. So we get to the hotel, and he says, give me a key to Ava Gardner's room. And now he was Sinatra. He's like, give me the key. I'm just going to open the door. Well, that's what the key's for. But he opens the door, and I was standing behind him. He says, come on in. I said, I ain't coming in there. You crazy? He says, come on in. And as we got in there were droppings of men's clothes, not one man, two men, leading to her bedroom. I didn't go near the door. He opened the door. Whatever he saw he didn't like, he threw the gift at her, and we left. That had to cost him $20,000, $30,000. He was so in love with her.
He's like, okay, here you go. See you at home. Wow. Were they back together after that?
Well, they were back and forth, back and forth. But you know, Ava Gardner was a bigger star than he was.
Oh, she
And
was a
she didn't need
knockout.
him. And
Yeah.
you know, she was. I mean, I don't want to throw her under the bus, but she just did what she wanted to do and did it. And you know, I had a lot of conversations with him as a friend. You know, he was older than me, and I was like talking to my father. And I said, you know, why don't you move on? He said, I can't. I love that lady. I said, okay. So now, how could I get annoyed? He'd give me a call. We're going to go see Ava Gardner on his jet. I'm not going. Of course I'm going. I went to Monaco. I went everywhere with him.
Yeah. Hop in. Let's
Yeah,
ride.
but once you travel with Sinatra, you can't
Oh,
travel no more because, I mean, the things he gets done and the things they do for him because he was Frank Sinatra.
right.
You know, you go out and you go the next day the same place. You feel like you're an orphan. They don't even know you.
That's wild. Oh, I can't even. Did he have his own plane or did you just fly like at an airport? Back then, you could just go buy a ticket, right?
Oh no, he had his own jet. He didn't go
Oh,
on
he
no.
did.
Oh no, Sinatra didn't go on a public plane. No, he made tons of money early on. When I was 12 years old, and I got out of the hospitals when I met him at the Copacabana, and he
Oh,
was
that's
packing the Copa at that time. The only reason I had such respect from him is because he knew Frank Costello.
oh, that's right.
You know, that's who raised me. So if I'm with Frank, I'm like golden. He loved
Like
Frank,
a
and he
big
never
brother.
knew
Yeah.
when he needed him. He was always in trouble. Call Frank, Frank straightened it out. You know, he was bipolar. A lot of people don't know that about Sinatra. So when he got drunk at night, he thought he was 6'4". He'd start fights with everybody and get beaten up by anybody if they really hit him, they'd crush him.
How tall was he? Was
Oh,
he?
he was like 5'6", but thin. You weighed 130 pounds. You know, where's he going?
Oh my gosh. That's so wild. That's crazy. All right. This is from Dennis. And he said, I just watched a movie on TV about AJ Pratt called The Tailor. And you were in that show all over it. And I love the show. I'm a big Elvis fan. I love the fashion. He had an amazing life story, I'll tell you that.
Well,
And
you know, I knew AJ Pratt because he was my tailor.
is
And when
that
he
how you
came
met
to
him?
Vegas, I introduced him to everybody, and he became the tailor to all the stars. And then I introduced him to a guy that I could say now because the statute of limitations is long gone. I introduced him because Pablo Escobar loved the way I dress. And he happened to, in the Medina cartel, this guy had all the money in the world. So I introduced AJ to him, and he started making all his clothes. And then the next thing I know, and I hear that he's in business with him.
Right.
And now he became, in fact, it's a good documentary or movie, whatever they're calling it. But you should get it. It's called the Taylor from Sin City.
Yeah. The
And
Taylor.
I'm from beginning to end. And I
Right.
thought I was going to get indicted for that. I swear to God. I
Well,
said,
yeah, he started out. So is that where you met him in Las Vegas? In
he
Vegas?
came to Vegas. He was in the Midwest, and he was a tailor. And then he stayed at State Street a lot at that time with me and my other club. And he met everybody. He met Elvis. He met everyone. He got Elvis into the capes. He
Yeah,
changed Elvis's look and made capes for him and all that. I mean, the guy is a genius when it comes to, personalities and dressing people.
well, the
But then,
handkerchiefs.
Pablo, I mean, I can't believe the deal Pablo made from him. He was almost giving him the kilos for nothing. He was buying a kilo for $2,000, which weighed 20,000 on the street, but he just wanted to be his friend.
Well, yeah. The scarves, not the handkerchiefs. The scarves he made. I believe it was in that show saying he was making all these handmade scarves for Elvis Presley,
Oh
and
yeah,
he
he made all them because he was always giving them away.
yeah,
So every time he made a suit, he made about two,
matching.
3 dozen scarves. So on stage, he'd hand them out to the girls. It became a big thing. No, he
Yeah,
created a lot of, like I'm saying, he created these fads and he was a legend. He was really a sharp guy too, a good-looking guy.
yeah.
Good-looking guy.
Yeah, it said he was in the 70s, he was a fashion icon turned cocaine kingpin. And he had his loyalties with the mob, the Colombian cartel, the FBI, and was married 7 times. I'm like, oh, holy crap, this guy, glutton for punishment.
Oh
That's,
no, it was crazy, man. But he had as many as people in like the cartel. He had senators. He was making everybody's
oh,
clothes. So it
right.
was, he had at that time, it was before cameras and all that, he could make a phone call and they'd eradicate things for him. But and it would cost him 2 suits maybe or something like that.
Wow. Well, I do know, I do remember them saying a bunch of the dead bodies they were finding in the desert. The one thing they had in common is the callers all said he was their tailor.
Oh no, no, in the inside labels
Yeah,
was
on their
AJ
AJ
Pratt.
Pratt
No, they're
design.
one, and that's very funny because they exhumed 6 people in the red in the nobody knows this, but there's a place in Nevada going to Lake Mead, and there was a burial ground, and they exhumed 6 bodies, and all 6 had AJ Pratt suits on. So they went to find him,
Sir, what do you know
and he
about
didn't
dead
want to
guys?
see them because he was selling cocaine. They thought he was just a tailor. No, it's a stuff that you should. Who's ever listening, you got to go on and find it. It's on cable.
Yes, it is. And I watched it a year or so ago, and then it's kind of recirculating right now. It's called The
Oh yeah, it's
Taylor
back out. Yeah,
Sin City. Yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely a great show.
The
Well
Tailor
worth
to Sin City. Yeah.
yeah, that's a great one. All right. So now, let's see. This is Wes. This is my son. I don't know where he listens to a podcast and it talks a lot about different things, but it talked about at one point, talked about Brando when a cat came on the set and Brando just thought, well, this is going to be part of the movie now. So then the movie had a cat in it, right?
I was there that day. No, it's funny because when we got to the set, this cat was just wandering around. And I was why I love watching Brando how he created because you can go into an empty room and you say, okay, put a fish tank here. And then he saw the cat, he picked up the cat and he started petting, and the cat stayed with him. And then the cat stayed through the whole movie. Every time he was in that room, he was with the cat. And I asked him, I said, what are you doing? He said, I love when I'm talking about killing people and I pet the cat or I feed the fish. It shows the human side of
Yeah,
me.
I'm not
I
a
mean, that's
monster.
brilliant. That's brilliant.
Exactly. Make you think. And it does. It takes some of the monster out of the character. He's like
Exactly.
taking care of
Exactly.
business. So anyway, it said there was a horse head in the movie. Of course, everyone knows about the horse head in The Godfather, but at first they were going to use a fake one, but then instead they chose to use the real
Well,
thing.
what happened with that was Coppola. Because he was so, I mean, the guy's so brilliant as far as the director. If people don't know, Francis Ford Coppola directed that movie. And when they had the gimmick horse head with Waltz, the film director, who didn't want to give give Frank Sinatra the part to Here to Eternity, that's really happened in the world. They killed his racehorse cartoon. They did. The mob killed it, the real racehorse. That's in
Oh,
real
really?
life. And so what they did to appease Coppola, Paramount made a contribution to the ASPCA, a donation, and bought a dead horse's head. But they gave thousands of dollars to contribute to the ASPCA. And then they cut up the horse right in the bed. So all the blood and all that would be there. So that's when he woke up from his sleep and felt wet. And then he pulled the sheet back. It was his horse's head in it, which is a pretty gory scene.
Oh, yeah. I can't even imagine. How do you sleep through that? Holy crap. That's
Yeah.
insane. That's wild. It's funny all the things that go on in movies that
Oh,
you know,
imitate life.
right. And then the
Well, especially
backstory.
when you're making mob movies. I wasn't making westerns.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what a gory deal, but it's one of the things about The Godfather that everybody remembers. And
Oh, hello. How can you not?
right.
They were the scenes that even with me,
Stick with
but my beating scene would always be remembered because I got a major beating. But those kind of scenes, and not when you're rehearsing it, you don't even know because you don't know in the continuity of the film where it is and when it's coming up. But all of those scenes are very memorable. Some of mine are like insane because there's stuff whipping a pregnant woman with a belt. I mean, these kind of things are not good things to have,
right, right.
especially
Well,
when you're dating.
and you're like that was a part. Well, uh Daniel Conti mentioned it last week that you signed a picture that said, "Now clean this mess up." And the different
Oh,
things
no,
and
now clean it up.
oh,
My,
now
my
clean it up.
the line I had everybody remembers that line. Now clean up, you guinea brat.
Yeah.
Be a murder
And
like your father. Come on, kill me, kill me. It was a great scene between her and I. I was
right.
trying to lure her brother to the toll booths, which he finally did, and then we got rid of him.
Yeah.
But
Well, that and then everybody remembers Hello Carlo. All the
oh
different
yeah, hello. I
it,
mean,
it
I get that. I get that walking down the street. I could be walking
oh
down
yeah.
the street and a truck driver roll down the window and says, "Hello, Carlo." They all got that Clemenza sound. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that those are things 50 something years later that are just going to always be part of you and the movie.
Well, the thing is that the films, I've done 47 films, but that film, that's like the most
Oh,
memorable film because it was The Godfather.
oh, sure.
Seabiscuit was good, Family Man, but they're normal stories.
Right.
These
Oh
are
yeah,
really out there.
exactly. Well, and you look back, I was looking at a thing from the Rockford Files.
Oh my God. I
I
loved
mean,
the Rockford Files. He was such a nice guy too.
I loved him. There's a hilarious show with him and Jack Lemmon that Garner did that
Oh,
called My
really?
Fellow Americans. And I mean, it's probably 20 years old, but it's fantastic. It's hilarious.
Oh,
But
not his show. This was a different show.
no, it was a
Oh,
different
yeah,
show called,
doing movies of the week. They were doing a lot of TV movies at that time.
yeah, what a great actor. All right. So this is from Jim. Is there any update on the Resorts World show at the new casino? Are you still going to be there?
And where?
Resorts World and the racetrack?
Yeah, Resorts World and all that. It's definitely happened at Aqueduct. I think I don't know. It's not going to open in April now. I think it got pushed back to July, the original date. But yeah, I made a deal with them. I'm just waiting for the phone call, the wheres and the whens. I'll be there. I did the Resorts World of the Poconos. I was shocked when we made the turn into the mountains. There was a 33-story building, gorgeous.
Wow.
Resorts World of the Poconos, if you have the opportunity, go. Phenomenal place, man. And then the
That's awesome.
casino, the High Roller Casino, very elegant, very elegant. But I
Awesome.
got so much going on now. I just got to, I had to turn something down because they wanted me to go to some crazy country. I said, I'm not flying there now, and I don't care how much money you give me. I ain't going.
Right.
I
Well, that,
can't believe. I remember last year I was talking about Baku, Azerbaijan.
yes.
They got bombed.
Oh, no.
They bombed it last week. Baku, Azerbaijan is part of this whole Iran thing right now. I can't
Oh,
believe it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
wild.
that's on the Caspian Sea, so that's in that whole area.
Holy
And
cow.
the biggest thrill for me when I did that show there, Putin had 150 reservations. I love Putin.
Holy smokes. That's insane. Well, I know anymore you're doing that stuff with Mike's, oh, hot mics that everything is just an entire you pack some days together and do the stuff with the hot mic events that so you don't have to go far away places. So keep you home where it's good and safe.
Oh
That's
yeah, no, yeah. No, I'm doing a lot of shows I want to do without getting on an airplane right now. The airports are crazy. The disease in airports are like, they're delayed 12, 14 hours and they're all sleeping on the sidewalks in the
oh
place on the benches because,
I,
nobody's
I
leaving.
I've seen that and I thought I am and I
Yeah.
don't live a luxurious life by any means, but I thought could I would not be good sleeping on the floor in an airport. That just ain't gonna
Mm-mm.
happen. That is not gonna happen. I'm too big of a wimp. That's how that is. All right, let's take time for another quick break and then we will answer these last few questions.
Well, I can't, express more for you to go on Amazon. If you're in your tri-state area, get to Chill Out. Chill Out is at the Hanover Marriott. It's the second, third, and fourth. It's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The stars that are going to be there now are, I mean, stars and sport personalities. Everybody's going to be there. And so just come there, bring your Godfather memorabilia, buy the books because I don't travel with them. I was doing that. I mean, I had
Yeah,
cases of books. Forget
that's
about
too
it.
much
So
to
anyway,
carry.
just buy your books, come and I'll sign them all and take photographs and selfies. And that is again the Hanover Marriott, April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Winnipeg, New Jersey.
That's awesome. And that is such a great place. Like he said, go on Amazon, get your books, bring them with you. He can sign them, get your picture taken
And they're
with them.
great gifts, like we said earlier. They're great
Oh,
gifts. You have a wedding or a birthday coming up to somebody that's a fan. Buy the book. It's $30. It's great. It's a great
right.
gift.
Well, another thing is your Cameo. Cameos are, I mean, just go on cameo.com and look at the previews of ones Gianni has done before. They are absolutely awesome. If you
Yeah,
have,
fortunately, I get all 5 stars. That's great to remember that. We should remind people of that more often. Because even wedding gifts, I did a wedding gift and they said they wanted a longer cameo, paid more money for it, and they played it at the wedding. And they told me that, I'm Johnny Russo from The Godfather, and congratulations on your wedding. It was a big thing. See,
oh,
what's
yeah,
nice about those cameos, it's not like buying a gift because
right,
it's on your phone forever.
forever.
You
Yeah.
could
And it's
show
something,
everybody.
yeah. It is such a great personalized thing coming right from you. And definitely
Thank you, though,
Cameo.
Jeannie, for bringing that up. Cameo is a great gift for people.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
I did, forget about how many thousands of dollars of cameos I've done, but I mean, I think I have sent cameos to people
Oh, they're
because
great.
they're great to keep, you know.
I just enjoyed watching the previews of some that you've done before. They're fantastic. I mean, and you can do it for anything you've announced, engagements,
Oh, anything you
uh,
want,
baby,
graduations, whatever it
what do they
is.
call it? Baby reveals, different thing
Yep,
like that. So
yep.
definitely, if you're in the market for a unique gift, definitely check that out because they are fantastic. So, well, all
No,
right,
that's good.
let's get a few more questions in, and then we will be all done with this month's
Mailbag.
mailbag. All right, hold on. Where are we going? Okay, Rocky Marciano was the American boxer who competed from 1947 to 1955, the heavyweight world champion from 1952 to 1956. Did you ever see him fight?
Well, that's funny you should say that because Costello was an avid boxing fan. So he was in Madison Square Garden all the time for these major fights. And he'd invite me. I saw all these guys. Later on, I couldn't realize who they all were. Even Joe Louis. When Joe Louis, he's a heavyweight champion of the world, and then he became the host at Caesar's Palace in Vegas because a lot of those guys, they retire and they make them a host and greet people to have in the casino.
Oh, wow.
So when the first time I met him with Sinatra. And I said, Mr. Lewis, I got to tell you, I saw so many of your fights. He said, you did? I said, yeah. I was at the Garden every time you were there, and I was sitting there. He says, really? How'd you get those seats? I said, well, did you ever hear of Frank Costello? He's, oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, I know
I
him.
said, Frank Costello raised me. I was at every fight. So
Oh,
in
I
my
love that.
teens, I was going to those fights. The
Well,
seats then were $500.
I
Then.
can't, yeah, I can't imagine. And I just saw something about one of Mike Tyson's fights, and it showed every movie star you could
Oh
imagine.
my God,
Arnold,
yeah.
Michael Jordan. I mean, to the crowd, that was the big thing. Everybody went.
I was out all their fights. And in fact, it's funny that Elvis's doctor, Dr. Elias Ghanem, they used to call him Dr. Feelgood,
Feel good.
use your imagination. And but then he became part of the boxing commission in Nevada. So he
Oh,
was sitting ringside as the doctor. So I would go all the time with him to all those fights. But I stopped sitting ringside because people who don't go to fights, you sit ringside, you never know what's going to get on your clothes. Just
oh,
use your imagination. I always sat 4 or 5 rows back after that. I said, you know what? I ain't
a
sitting
little
that
too
close.
close. Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that does sound good.
no.
So another thing we had, they a lot of great feedback for Mike Austin, our producer on the show. They said excellent episode, priceless inside information that Mike Austin gave to everyone.
Oh, yeah,
And
we're going to have one once a month now.
that's right. They said excellent. It was such a great show. He's a great member to your team. When will he be coming back? And
He
they
is
are
he is our team. As far as the technician wise, forget about it.
absolutely. Mike is a magician as well as a musician, magician, all around
Oh,
guy.
everything. He does it all. But the
Right.
interesting thing, though, in fact, you and I, we should show him the gratitude that we're getting mail on him now. He would love to
Yeah,
hear it. He would love to hear it.
absolutely. Oh, we had so many compliments saying that how great it was, and people going, okay, how do we do this and how do we do that, and what would he suggest? And I told everybody, I'm like, you. I told him, I said, I swore, I kept saying, oh my hell, because I was so freaked out because he was telling us so many things, and
No,
I
in fact,
told him, I
we should
said,
make sure he's on the next show.
Absolutely,
Let's
because
book him for the next show.
I told him, I said, you've got to get on there and you've got to listen to what he has to say, so many people went and listened to it just for that. And while we're at it, just to let people know, because this came up today, I don't know where you're watching or hearing us now, but we are available in several different spots that you can find us on: YouTube, Audible, Podbean, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Castbox, Pocket Cast, and Google Podcasts. So there's
I
no
know, I
reason.
was shocked today.
Yeah,
And the reason we're doing this research, what Jeannie did today, is because we are moving probably to national radio, which is a whole new deal for us, and
that's
another
right.
whole expansion of a radio and the
Right.
medium for us to hit more households and more people.
Well, I didn't even know there were that many different places, that many platforms you could even do it on. But so for the people, you can see Gianni's beautiful home behind him, and you can watch us on video, or if you are just listening to us, if you go on YouTube or even on Apple Podcasts, you can
Right.
see the video of us, and which is great when we have our guest. Tony Orlando was just on. Boom
Oh
Boom
yeah,
Mancini. You get to
we had
see
some
them
great,
too.
great guys. Bobby Vinton was a great
Oh
guest.
my
Oh
word.
my God. I
What a
didn't know I
legend.
know him over 60 years.
Oh, and he adores you.
Well,
That was
and we're
so
good friends. His whole family used to come to my house. Well, he was a major, major star with
cool.
Blue Velvet and, Lonely and all these great hits. 70,000 units of songs. Each record did 70,000 copies.
What a
And,
sweetheart of a man.
oh,
He was so darling, so nice. It was fun to get to
yeah,
to
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
hear your stories.
And
And
he's
I love it.
90 now. I can't believe he's
Right.
90 years old.
Gianni, there's nothing more fun to me. Like with Tony Orlando, I barely said anything because I absolutely just
Oh, yeah.
adore getting to
Tony's a
hear
good friend.
to
Tony's a
get
good
getting
friend.
to hear you and him reminisce and laugh and remember
Yeah.
things that you had gone through. So that it was very fun. So we've got another question. This is from Chip. He said, I wonder about the life of Vegas showgirls in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. What were their backgrounds? Did they think Las Vegas was leading them to a bigger opportunity, or were they just there to be dancers?
They were just happy to be a showgirl in those major showrooms. They were like stars. And see, people don't know what they did. See, they between shows, they would walk into the casinos in the costumes to meet the
They
players.
have thing on their heads.
They had
Yeah,
all the feathers and all that, but people wanted to take pictures with them.
they're
And
beautiful.
I'm going to tell you, I know a couple of girls who married very successfully. One girl married a major rancher who was a multimillionaire. He was a girl that was, making $380 a week as a dancer. He fell in love with her. And it was a Cinderella story. I went to the wedding even.
Oh, fun.
No, it's great.
How long was the typical career of a showgirl?
What's that?
How long, like how many years would a typical showgirl be able to dance?
I know some of them were there 10, 15 years. They stay in shape. They don't care. I mean, think about it. You could
Yeah,
be a showgirl when you're 18. So in your 30s, if you're still looking good, don't worry about it. Oh, it's all
yeah,
about how you looked, obviously.
sure,
You're going to
sure.
gain weight and put that outfit on.
Yeah. So it's not like showgirl seems to me like they were classy and beautiful and not like in a there was no expectation for showgirls to fraternize with the players and stuff, right? Like as strippers, kind of the girls may pick up a side gig, but the showgirls, they were
Well,
considered
showgirls did what they wanted to do. If they want to go to bed with you, I mean, it's like a date. Hello, see you later. You have to be a hooker.
they do what they want. Yeah.
I mean, I went on a lot of dates and made love,
Yeah.
and they weren't hookers.
So as far as the clubs back then, I mean, you didn't have showgirls, but I mean, as far as casinos and showgirls, what was the big acts there in Las Vegas when you were there? Did they have a casino that had the best showgirls back then?
Well, all of them in competition, all the showgirls. And every casino that you're bringing this up in the 70s and 80s, they all had a line of girls in the show. So the comic would come out and warm up the show. Then there'd be a dancing routine with showgirls. Guys wanted to see legs. Hello.
Oh yeah.
And then they'd go into the casino. Between shows, they're in the casino wandering around. And those guys wanted to take pictures with them. Why not? Go home with them, show them. It's great
Yeah.
advertising. No, it's smart.
Was there anyone that I'm sure they were beautiful everywhere. I mean,
Oh my
nowadays they
God. Yeah.
still have,
If you weren't beautiful, don't show up. I
yeah.
used to go to I used to go to the auditions. I knew everybody. So they'd say, we have an audition. I'd go there just to look at all these girls who would show up and not get a job. I hired a lot of them. They'd be crying because they didn't get the job and they were getting back on a bus to go home. I said, don't worry, but come over and be cocktail waitress with me. They were making $100, $200 a day there with me, more than they would be making a show. A lot of
Wow,
them never went back. They stayed with me.
that's wild. So you said back in the day you had a wig business, right? Was that tied
What?
in wigs? Wigs?
Oh, that was one of my business, wig worlds. I had a lot of businesses, jewelry stores, Russo Costali Jewelers, wig worlds. I mean, I had why I just was an aggressive guy, and if there was something needed, I got into business. It's funny
Well,
the wig business, how I got into the wig business. Because I got into the wig business, and then I realized all these showgirls are wearing these wigs in the shows.
right.
So I called the Board of Health and called and said, my daughter got a tremendous infection, and I know she got it from wearing those dirty wigs. And then I called, I knew what was going to happen. So I called and I read it in the newspaper. I said, listen, Wig Worlds will pick up the wigs and bring them back to you. And I gave them a flat price. So what we did, I got like an old bread truck and I had all these foam heads. So they no, but why I did it, because we'd go pick them up, put them on the foam head, sterilize them. We did
Right.
sterilize them, but we
Yeah.
didn't have to reset them. They thought we washed them and reset them. I charged them for all of that, but they didn't get that. We just put pins in and put the sprayed up again, but we did sterilize them.
Sterilize them.
So, and that was it.
Well, I'll tell
That
you.
was another business. That was like I was getting like $40 a head a month on a wig, but I had truckloads of it, and we never touched it. And you know what I do? Where I got all the little kids from the beauty school. They
Oh,
used to
you,
come and work for me. Forget about it. I was giving them minimum wage.
Gianni, yeah, I do have to say, sitting down and sitting still for a few years of your life and then being quiet and listening to Frank Costello, you have a fast, quick brain and so great at taking
He did.
advantage of opportunities and making money, money, money out of it.
He did
What
it,
a gift.
man. He did it. I mean, I made so much money because of him. And like you said, he's a genius. And here I am. I'm
And
still
he
in his
passed it
apartment
on.
71 years later. Here I am.
Well, it is incredible, and it is it's so great to hear your stories. I mean, but these are things, other people could have done. You just had the probably from your being around with Frank, quietly watching and observing what's going on and seeing the
But
need.
not only that, he would never lead me into doing a life of crime.
Right.
He was Loretta and he had no children. And I always say I was the son they never had. But he protected me and he showed me here's a way to make money legitimately. And that's what I did. And
Yeah,
everybody used to say, how are you making this kind of money? I said, well, why would I tell you how I'm doing it?
exactly.
What a
Like,
stupid question that was.
well, I love
But
hearing it.
everybody thought I was doing something wrong. I wasn't.
Oh, and you were just doing one business. You just smart and paying attention to what's going on around you.
I
Yeah.
became smart because I listened to smart people.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Lansky, Al Malnick, people that raised me. In fact, I talked to Al today. He's 93 today. And he says, I can't believe where you're going and still going. This guy knew me in my teens. I met him when I was 17 with Maya Lansky in Miami. And I'm still talking to him.
Isn't that amazing?
No, but it's so great.
What a great way to end the show. Thank you for sharing all your great memories.
Thank the Mailbag. And we're definitely getting Mike Austin on next week.
That's
He's
right.
in demand now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you,
love
I told everybody I know about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to listen to this. I kept telling him, I said, that's the scariest episode of Hollywood Godfather there ever was, because I was scared to death. Because I realize how dumb I am when it comes to protecting. Well,
No,
you know,
I don't think I'm dumb. I'm just not
unaware.
electrically. I don't know all this computer stuff and all that. And
Right.
why don't you know? I mean, why do I don't go? I'm not going to go to school for it.
No. And how lucky we are that, I mean, like I told you, when my son was getting married, I kept seeing dresses on the internet, and I would go to buy it and I'd think, oh, is this legit? You know, and being so afraid to do anything. But Mike has a lot of great tips for us, so I can't wait to get
he's
him.
the best.
And thank you
well,
all.
Mike, I'd quit the business if I didn't have Mike Austin. I
Oh,
call him
yeah.
sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
And if it's not you, it's me asking him some question I'm not sure of. So thank you for your question.
As you know, he's very congenial and a nice man.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's
All right, it's time to call it a night.
That's right. Well, thank you. Thanks for your questions. Keep them coming.
Yeah, thank all of you. Please keep the cards and letters coming in. All our young fans, stay in touch, please. We love you all. And be safe out there. The world is crazy, man. The world is nuts.
Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, ask us questions, or just say hello and follow us. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, please.
All
God
right.
bless everybody.
Thanks,
Good night.
Roll the lights, hit the scene. A legend walks in stride. Gianni's got the stories from the coast to countryside. Jeannie's got the questions, sharp as Sinatra's sway. Every Wednesday night we take you all the way. From the back streets of Tinseltown to the Trattoria's glow. Old Hollywood meets Mafia tales.